Okay. That was a yes. Good. Good. Isaiah? Isaiah? Yoo-hoo. Isaiah? Oh, you're gone and stuff. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Good. Maybe? Yeah, good. Good? Sure. Good, I don't, yeah, whatever, I don't,
All
yeah.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This is a thing.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Who's there? Well, too late for that.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Up or down? Isaiah? Up or down? Why aren't you speaking to me, sir? Going down. Oh, it's all red down here. Oh. Got it.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
Wait.
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float off the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Great.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And when he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deciding
La 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 la.
he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain
Where am I going?
that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
I don't understand
I
anymore.
am okay.
Oh, good. Yep. Good.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran. Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Oh, my brain. Isaiah, where'd you go? Isaiah, please. Isaiah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
More water coolers, more water cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. Find the teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Big net, some sort of child trap. Work harder, hard worker. Just throw something in the ideas bin. No more bins. Such trash cans. Renaming of the ideas. God damn it. Firing of me. Teenagers, size of demographic, space between teenagers, a lot of percent. Oh my god.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Sure.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh. Yep. Why is it so dark? I don't want to play this game. My brain, it hurts.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. How did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
But there's an escape. Let's not do it. Game.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Good. Sure.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Buttons. 1, 2. What? Good. What am I doing? I don't understand. Oh. Okay. Sure.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Oh. What?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Oh, I got an achievement. Beat the game. Yep, good. Oh, okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay then.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nope.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Will cause death. Penalty for... Oh. Good.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Oh, I want to so much, but what happens if I go through the left door? Oh, I want to. Yes, doing it. Going through the left door.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
3.
Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh. 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 Isaiah, sorry. Isaiah, where'd you go?
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
Oh,
Again,
boy.
Honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Okay.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You push the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly completing the life. I think the artwork will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes. Seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okay. Oh!
Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. Again, I have nothing to do with. But tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose.
Where'd you go?
To build a house. No. Here. Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining. Oh, my. It looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
Oh, my God.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game. I don't know what this game is, but I love it. You trapped with no way out, listening to me talk.
Oh my God!
I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Oh my!
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley.
Oh
You're
my!
forte.
I'm crying. Oh my God!
Genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games.
Oh boy. Where? Where am I supposed to go? Oh. Oh. Oh my God. Oh man. This is the best thing I have played in like ever. Oh. Yes. Oh. Oh, this is my new favorite game ever.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Oh my god. Mizza! Where the hell did you go?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
My god.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Isaiah, where'd you go?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh my god.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh my god.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Oh man.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you
I've
have
seen
zero
everything.
consideration
What the
for
fuck?
others? Are you that convinced that I want
saw
something bad to
everything.
happen
What
to you?
happened?
Why? I don't know how to convince you of this,
I was on the
but
phone,
I really do
and,
want to
you know,
help
you know,
to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it.
I had to
Let me
pause
prove that I'm on
the
your
conversation
side.
to be like,
Give
hold
me a
on.
chance.
My friend
Now,
is
listen
playing
carefully,
something,
this is important.
and I see
Stanley
Minecraft in
walked
Portal.
through the red door.
Do you want the red pill or the blue pill?
You misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Alright, Sean,
I think we're
choice.
communicating
I'm
properly.
trying to pick a flying
Stanley
Pokemon.
walked-
Noivern or
Thank
Crobat,
God
what do you
are
think?
willing to listen to me. Do you see that I
I don't even care. I just this
The
game.
problem is all these
Sean,
pieces. The two of us
I
all
need a
trying to
flying
get
type
somewhere that
Pokemon,
isn't here.
and I don't know if I should use a dragon or
Running,
poison.
just
I
the way
kind of
we're
want
doing right
poison
now.
because
Don't you see that it's
poison is
fine,
actually
Stanley?
useful in this gen
I
for
just-
fairies,
I
and
thought
fairies
we
are
could
abundant.
I would,
And
we
flying
would
is pretty
both be
useful.
so much
Or should I
happier
just say
if we
screw it and
just
use the dragon flying?
stopped. And I think, well, I think I
Either
have a
way,
solution.
I have a Zubat
Here,
in a luxury ball, so I could train it into a Crobat as soon as possible. I need your input because I don't know.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Do.
Here.
Oh.
Oh, it's
Oh.
beautiful.
What happened?
If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place.
Is it Back to the Future?
Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
What is... What?
I'm nope, 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 nope,
No,
nope.
wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Stay away from the stairs.
Nope.
No.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay
What's going
here.
on?
Don't take this from me.
How much was this game?
It's on sale today for $11.99.
Oh. Did you see that Talisman came out as an online board game?
No, that sounds like a thing.
I'm probably getting it. A lot of our friends have already gotten it. I say that when Colton gets better internet, we live stream a game of it.
Maybe.
I'd say do it. Well, you don't have to be. You could just watch and.
Good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Hmm? Just stay here.
Go back. Just go back.
I'm going back.
No. What do we talk about? You're risking everything we
God.
achieved here.
What is going on?
Before, didn't you? You will die.
I don't
what
know.
About this isn't getting
The
through
Batman
to you?
games are on sale right now.
I don't care. I'm trying to fix my brain and it's not working.
Just play Pokemon, you'll feel better.
My name is Stanley.
I'm trying to figure out what... I don't know what I want to use on my team. I'm very indecisive right now.
You are going to stay here, aren't you?
I'm so confused.
I have an idea. Never mind.
What is happening?
I don't even know anymore.
I have some reading that I could do tomorrow for class. I'm probably not going to do it. I'm probably just going to do it this weekend. Pokemon is destroying my social life.
Good.
I have 3 badges. I'm already up to like 28 hours.
Good.
And then I'm probably going to spend even more time resetting all of my EVs of my Pokemon.
Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
You almost died. What are you going to do now? Can you just sit there and watch? What is even going on?
I don't even know! It's a video game, I think.
We just have to stop moving.
Speaking of games coming out, there's a Pac-Man compilation coming out that has a new version of Pac-Man called Pac-Man Battle Royale. And it's essentially, you're all 4 Pac-Men. There's 4 Pac-Men on the screen. And you kill each other.
Good.
I think there are ghosts, but like, it's called Pac-Man Battle Royale. You're all different colored Pac-Man. And the last one standing wins. You have the ability to turn giant with power pellets.
Go back.
And
there's nothing good that can come from this.
There's nothing good that can come from this.
No, what are you doing?
Oh God.
Not believe me? What can I
Nothing
say to
good.
convince you?
What is this even? Why is the narrator telling you to do things? Do it. Just do it. Get it over with. End it.
Let's go back to the other room. Can you do... My God. Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Maybe you're just...
Is this narrator hilarious?
Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
Okay, I don't even understand what's happening. Sean, are you okay?
No.
Are you gonna kill yourself, or are you gonna keep going back and forth?
I don't know.
Or do I have to do another randomizer?
Is it over?
Because truthfully and honestly,
I'm going back. All of his co-workers were gone.
the end is never near, the end is never near, the end is
Stanley
loading.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh my god, what the this is what to fuck.
When Stanley came to a set of two
This is-
open
I
doors,
can't
this was
even-
not
this
the
is a
correct
thing
way
right
to the
here.
meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded.
So tomorrow
butterflies
night,
in his stomach,
I have something
really
going
in a
on
way
at
he had
7:30.
never known before.
I'm guaranteeing you, I probably
Was it
won't be
this
back
room?
until like
But
9ish. So
eager to get back to business, Stanley
just
took the first
if you
open
want to
door
stream
on his
something
left.
again, let me know because. And if you
Stanley
you
was
gotta
so
let me know what you're gonna
proud
stream
following
because if we're gonna do
directions.
Sonic
It's
Classic,
incredible
Sonic
some
Classic,
5 years ago.
Sonic Colors, then
Look, Stanley,
you know.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Stanley was bad at following directions.
Yeah, no.
Look, Stanley, I think
realize
perhaps
that
we've
investing
gotten
your
on the
trust
wrong.
in
I got
someone
off on the
else
wrong
is
foot here.
difficult.
I'm not
Sir?
your enemy.
Fact is
Sir,
that the story
what?
has
Stop
been
this
about
narrative.
nothing but
I
you
know.
all this
I don't
time.
hear the narrator,
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten.
mostly because
Please.
if I have the
don't try to
audio
make
on, I
every
hear myself
decision by
talking.
yourself. Now, I'm not
Good.
asking for me. I'm asking.
Stanley, please.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
What?
To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If
What?
Oh, Stanley, is that you?
Is it gonna get serious
Hold
now?
on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Holy shit.
I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Eh?
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Stanley, you're in love with a mannequin. That's what's wrong here. I'm trying to prove you something. You love inanimate objects. I'm trying to prove you something. You're actually Slender Man.
This is
Sean,
a
are you
very sad
okay?
Story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Sure.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He
It has
a
controller
job that
support
demands
apparently.
nothing
Good.
of him.
I'm holding one now.
And every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's
Sean,
told to
stop.
do. Pushing a button.
Sean?
Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Sean, stop.
And so he began to
What?
fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
You know, in the meantime, I'm just gonna play some Pokemon.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go
Because
through
your
either.
life's exciting right now. Because your mannequin wife is
Even
obviously
mattered
happy to
what lay
see you.
behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something.
Well, in the meantime, I'm gonna do
was
some super
almost
training.
too
So let me know what you're
wonderful.
doing.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths.
Oh,
and
jeez. Oh, God.
destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round
I'm getting
room
dizzy.
with monitors and mind.
Are you playing with a controller now?
And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And
I can't
down
even do
another
this.
was a game with a baby.
I have
And
lost
he
the ability
called
to
it
can.
The Stanley Parable.
Alright, let's do
It
some
was
super
such
training
a
right now.
wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all
happening?
he is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains
I'm getting the
here,
feeling that you're
he's
very
slowly
distressed.
killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
You gonna be okay? You gonna be okay, Sean? You want some cereal?
My kitchen is made of office.
Your kitchen is made of office, okay. I think it's time we go home. In the meantime, I'm gonna do some super training because you're boring.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here,
I gotta
he's
attack a
electing to
balloon.
kill himself?
Pardon
How can I
moi.
get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed the button.
What'd I miss?
And Stanley pushed the button.
Please die.
And I
Okay. Having a good time?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yay, I'm having
What
fun
could it
doing
mean?
this training thing.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
Why are there papers everywhere?
I gotta admit, super training is actually even more monotonous to do than,
Why is there papers everywhere?
why isn't there?
Why are the papers stop?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Sean, I think it's time we go,
Yet
go to
there
bed.
was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss.
Sean. Oh boy. You still there, Sean? What happened to the stream? Sean? Sean? What's happening? Sean Tron? Sean? Where did you go? Sounds about right. Are you done streaming, Sean? Because now I'm doing things.